Okay, in this video, what I want to do is show you how to find the articles that you need. And many of you have probably gone through this before, so this may seem kind of redundant, but I just want to make sure everybody's working off the same, from the same framework. What you do is you go to the library homepage, and you want to search for articles by subject. If you'll click on Education, what I suggest that you do is to go through this Academic Search Complete. It tends to be the best one to choose. So if you just click on that, it's going to come up with some options. First thing that I recommend that you do is do two things. One is click Full Text, and two is pick scholarly peer-reviewed journals. And that's going to eliminate a lot of the opinion kind of things I told you to avoid when you were doing your search. The other thing that I suggest that you do is to select more articles. Excuse me, not select more articles. You want to select, I'll quit, databases. So if you click on this Choose Databases, it's going to come up with, I'll give it just a second, a list of databases that it has access to. At a minimum, what I suggest that you do is click this ERIC, probably the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection, and PsycInfo stuff. Now, depending upon what you're doing, I know some people are involved in the dyslexia program. You may want to choose these Medlines, Medic Latina, and I'll be honest with you, I've never used those before. If you're doing something related to the military, you might want to select that. Health sources, anyways, anything that you think might be pertinent to what you're studying. And what that does is that gives you a broader range of places from which to pick. So if you check the ones you want, click OK. Make sure that this is full text and peer reviewed. The reason we want full text is because we don't want to have to go looking for articles if we don't have to. We want to see what we can get just by starting out with that. So then you type in an idea. For example, I want to type in sense of belonging and ethnicity. Tell it to go search. And it comes up with 29 articles. And these are all full text articles. So here's one about peer group membership and sense of belonging. And you can see they have HTML files and they have PDF files. Gives you all the information that you need about it. If you click on any one of these articles, you can see the abstract about it, see whether or not that's what you're wanting. And depending on how they're set up, the article will be right there. You can always download these if you need to. Now, let's say that that's not exactly what you're looking for. Let's see if this thing will back up. You can turn off this full text over here and it will go get a different set of them. You can control how far back that it will go. So there's lots of different adjustments that you can make to this. And they've recently changed this. You used to be able to tell it, let me go back to this one. Yeah, over here on the right hand side, if this article is what you're interested in, one of the things you can do is tell it to go find similar results, and it will narrow the focus of it based upon these Boolean words, these subject terms that are associated with it. So when you click that, it'll go find another set. Now I've got 460 or 4.625 million articles. Well, that's a little too many. So what I would want to do is start filtering through these words to narrow down to more, to the ones I'm actually looking for. That is the library's way of doing this. There is also Google Scholar, which seems to work pretty well. I've just now started using that. Make sure that if you do that, that they are peer-reviewed articles. If you're not sure whether or not it's a peer-reviewed article, you can look up the journal article or the journal name itself, and it should give you some background information about it. Other than that, if you're still not sure, if you'll email me the name, I can do some work on it and we can find out whether or not it's peer-reviewed. As I said, they need to be as many of them peer-reviewed as possible. It's okay to introduce a concept from one that's not peer-reviewed, but really you're building literature around research. So you need to take that same stance. So basically that's the way this works. If we took something like just the general term autism, because I know I've got a lot of people in here. No, I'm sorry, dyslexia. Let's do that. Because we have a lot of people in our program now working on dyslexia. If I do a search of that, got 3,931 articles. Well, you only need 15, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding what you need. And you can narrow it by using these things, these areas over here, and obviously you know more about these concepts than I do. So that's basically how this works. And if you have any problems, please email me. I don't want you to go down the wrong road of looking for something that you're not sure about. So if you ever come across an article, if you're having trouble finding articles, anything like that, please email me and let me know so we can get you through that. And that concludes this video.